Some people think the best place to talk about sports is on the radio. No way, no how. It's in the barbershop. I should know. I'm a sports analyst. Detroit is a 5-point favorite. Devin, save your money, I know. And I own a barbershop in Detroit. And the cats in the barbershop, they think they know everything about sports.
Get ready for Rob Parker's Shop Talk. Real sports, real talk.
This is Shop Talk.
All right, welcome into Shop Talk on this Saturday. I'm Rob Parker. Let's kick it off with Getting Rob, where you get my take on the biggest sports stories of the week. We start with the Tigers, who clinched yet another playoff spot. This is the fourth year in a row the Tigers are going to the playoffs. The Tigers continue their 4-game weekend series against the Minnesota Twins at Comerica Park today at 1:08. But for most fans, it's cool to make the playoffs. The Tiger fans want to see the first World Series in Detroit since 1984. On Thursday, New York Yankees shortstop Derek Jeter played his final home game at Yankee Stadium. Of course, Jeter was born in New Jersey but raised in Kalamazoo, Michigan. So, of course, there are people here who have an affinity for Derek Jeter and his great career. There were a lot of people on the internet and around sports media ripping him, saying he wasn't as great as he is made out to be, which is totally ridiculous. He is the only Yankee to ever get 3,000 hits. The guy is the 6th most hits in baseball history. I don't know where all the noise is coming from. Derek Jeter was a living legend. And finally, the Red Wings broke ground on their new arena for downtown Detroit. It should take about 3 years to get the thing built. It will help Detroit. I know a lot of people aren't that happy that money's going to a new arena, but whenever you can add something downtown, I think, and you can build businesses and places to live around it, is going to be good for the city. Now it's time for the big debate. It's sponsored by Bob Maxey, the only Ford and Lincoln Mercury dealer in downtown Detroit. To reach him, call 313-392-9200 or visit them on the web at bobmaxeyford.com. The Tigers clinched the playoff spot this past week. It's the 4th year in a row that they will go to the postseason. Coming into the season, most people believe they had a shot to get to the World Series, if not win it. Eric, I'll start with you. Will the Tigers win the World Series?
I want to say yes, man, but I just don't see it with this team. You know, all their stables pieces, their starting lineup, even their hitting is just way too flaky. It's way too inconsistent to say, yeah, this is a World Series bound team. They definitely deserve to be in the postseason playing in such a laughable division, but I don't see them getting to the World Series this year. What about you, EP? I mean, Tigers, they've overcome some stuff. They've had injuries, but I think Eric is right. A lot of inconsistencies.
Well, that's very true, but Rob, I believe once you make it to the postseason, it's a whole new ball game. Anybody can get hot and make a run at any time. It's anybody's game, especially when it comes to baseball. It's a game of streaks. And when you got guys like Miguel Cabrera, Victor Martinez hitting in the middle of your lineup, that gives you a shot. Those are seasoned vets and great hitters. You also have a great starting rotation as well. It all comes down to the bullpen, and that's my only question.
Tick, you got World Series fever now that the Tigers are in the postseason again?
No. I still feel the same way. Time for a new manager, man. I mean, I'm getting tired of the Tigers making it to where they get to the playoffs and stuff like that and let us down time after time. World Series talk, everybody getting riled up, you know what I'm saying? They selling their apparel and stuff like that, and they let us down in the end. So,
and the one thing you're saying is true is in the last 2 World Series that the Tigers went to, 2006 and 2012, they are now 1-8 in World Series games, so they've gotten there a couple times, but they haven't been able to make it happen. Mo, what about you?
Well, I believe that they're going to go all the way this year. It's something on that team it's like about all the players, something like that. They see it. They made it to the postseason. They made it through the regular season. So now we're here, and we're ready to go all the way. The family, the teams behind them, all the fans, the cities behind them. So I think they're going to do something real good this year with the new manager that they got. So I'm ready for them. I believe in them.
The only problem I have is I don't think things change that much when you say, once you get in, anything can happen, because you still have some glaring issues that go on. When you don't want to use your closer in a game where he should be used, streaky hitting. We've seen no names come in and shut the Tigers out, even in their home ballpark. So those things bother me. And I'm not saying they got to be perfect and win every game, But EP, there are some glaring weaknesses that I think don't change just because the calendar turns to October.
They have glaring weaknesses, but when it comes to a playoff series, you look at teams that have been cold throughout the season, even going into the playoffs, and then they catch fire. Like, just look at Boston last year. Nobody would have thought Boston could have made the run they did. You know, you might say they got lucky against the Tigers because of their bullpen.
Well, but they didn't get lucky. You know why? Because the Tigers' bullpen was an issue last regular season, and what happened in the postseason? The bullpen showed up as the bugaboo.
Yeah, and then even right now, you said it takes the team to get hot, and then they catch fire in the postseason. The Tigers aren't really hot right now. Even right now, they're still kind of up and down. You know, the pitching hasn't been great. David Price is, you know, giving up a lot of runs right now.
Speaking of David Price, he's been disappointing. Would you say that?
I would say he is. You know, it's a big stage for him to be pitching on. I think he's still trying to get used to it.
And see, people, I think, will be excited, or will they not, from the standpoint that it's kind of getting old hat. You know, like this is 4 years in a row. People are like, okay, we already seen this party. We want the championship. It hasn't been since 1984 that they've won a title.
No, I understand that, but like you said, old hat, I'm getting tired of this hat right here, too. I mean, if they don't make it to the World Series or win the World Series, hats off. Not congratulations, hats off.
But don't they have to win?
Yeah, they have to win.
Making it ain't good enough. Would you admit to that?
No, it's not good enough because you've been there over and over.
Nope, they're the favorite. They've been the favorite. They have to do it.
They got to win.
Championship or bust.
I'm just going to say, I don't see it. No way, no how. Is that fair?
That's fair. That's fair.
That's not fair.
Check out the Shop Talk Rundown. Here's what's coming up. More Shop Talk is on the way. Stick and stay, Detroit.
Thomas McGee's is your downtown Detroit football headquarters. Located on Fisher Service Drive in Eastern Market, they have ESPN Game Plan showing all college games. Stop in before and after every Lions home game. And Thomas McGee has an NFL ticket. Come through and enjoy. You want flavor? Come to City Wings, 2896 West Grand Boulevard. Call ahead or order online, 313-871-2489, or go to citywingsinc.com.
If you need work done on your car, truck, or van, take them to the pros at Expert Car Care. They offer free inspections and guarantee the lowest prices in town. Expert Car Care has 2 locations, 7 Mile between Myers and Wyoming and 8 Mile between Mound and Van Dyke. For the best alterations in town, go to Sam's Alterations on Southfield Road in Lathrop Village, 248-552-9950. Sam also has a great selection of men's suits. Sam's the man.
If you're looking for good food, go to Beans and Cornbread, the heart and soul of Southern cooking. 29508 Northwestern Highway, Southfield, 248-208-1680.
Now it's time for Homeboy Highlights. This week's Homeboy is Michigan State sophomore running back Delton Williams. In last week's game against Eastern, Delton rushed for 103 yards on 10 attempts, scoring 3 touchdowns. Michigan State expects big things in the near future from the sophomore running back. Congratulations to Delton. You are this week's Homeboy. This week, the Lions lost middle linebacker Stephen Tulloch to an ACL tear when he was celebrating, doing his little dance after sacking the Packers' Aaron Rodgers. So he's out for the year. What does this do to the Lions' defense, which had been playing pretty well? Is this a major blow? I'm going to start with EP.
Oh, this is a major blow. Tulloch, basically the leader on defense and their middle linebacker, him going down when they already have a lack of depth with so many injuries in the secondary. Now you got to move your best playmaker right now and Levy to middle, which just hurts depth all around, and it's a big loss for the Lions on defense.
Teak, when you saw the injury and him doing his dance, or what was that discount double check rollover or whatever he was doing, were you like, unbelievable, the Lions just can't catch a break?
I thought it was crazy. I'm like, I mean, it's good one thing you can celebrate, but second, you injure yourself, now you're out for the rest of the season. That's definitely a big blow. I mean, what are we gonna do now? I mean, it was a good game against Green Bay. We won the game, but we looking for the playoff. You know what I'm saying? We definitely need him in there, you know what I'm saying, because he's a veteran and he know what he's doing out there. Now we got to put some rookie guy or another guy out there, you know what I'm saying, to take his position. That's not going to help us.
And on defense, you know, that's your quarterback. That's your guy who leads, who wears the headset, who calls in the plays, you know what I mean, and rallies the defense.
That's your captain. That's your energy guy. Tulloch is a big piece. And a quick correction for EP is Tahir Whitehead that they got moving to the middle linebacker, a young player who hasn't had that much starting experience. So now he's coming in, filling in for your captain, and Levy's still staying on the weak side, who is having a great year. But that's a big transition this defense is going to have to make, and I see them taking a big step backwards.
Mo, what about you? You're the big Lions slappy here in the shop, but I know you even have to be a little sobered by this.
No, well, I'm not. With Tahir Whitehead, I think he's going to do it. He's going to step up and do what he has to do. And then we still got Sue, Levy, Fairley, and Ziggy. We got all of them, so I don't really think he's going to be that missed where he's going to be missed. So everybody else is going to step up and fill in that void of him not being there. But I believe Lions can still go all the way.
You're one of the few who really think. I mean, and the secondary you brought up too with all the other injuries. I mean, we know the Lions. And the other thing you saw last week, the defense won that game against the Packers. Stafford played poorly, fumbled, 2 picks. You know what I mean? No touchdowns. And it was the defense that made Aaron Rodgers look mortal.
Yeah, and that's exactly why the offense is going to have to carry this team from here on out. They can't rely on a defense that's banged up to carry them throughout the season when their whole team is based on the offense.
Mm-hmm. Calvin Johnson's going to make some plays. Going to take it and make some plays, too. And Matthew Stafford got to step up and take his time and get that ball and deliver it to him on the money. Accuracy.
And the other thing, too, we saw that the Lions last year didn't do well was pressuring the quarterback. And we saw against Aaron Rodgers, they were able to do that. When you do that, you render a quarterback, you know what I mean, normal or regular.
Well, like they said, man, defense wins championships. And, you know, with them lacking on defense right now, with the players out, it's going to be really rough for the offense to come through like that.
So you're trying to tell me that my prediction of 5-11 is still in place?
Yes, it is.
Okay, there you go. I'll take it. Now it's time for No Way, No How, where we preview the Lions' upcoming game. This week, it's against the Jets in New Jersey. We bring in Eric Wright from 1130 WDFM. What's up?
Hey, how you doing, man?
All right, good.
Thanks for having me.
All right, tell me about this game. You know, going on a schedule. Obviously, it's a road game for the Lions, but the Lions have played well, but they have some injuries on defense.
They do, but this is a team that they should beat. They got a young QB that they can get some pressure on. Geno Smith, he scrambles around a lot, but he's real inconsistent. He makes a lot of mistakes. This is a team that the Lions can take advantage of. They can put some points on the board. They can get some pressure on Geno. They're not going to be able to run the ball a lot, but Stafford should be able to throw the ball around. This should be a good win for this team.
Well, see, this is the thing. I think all those points are right. The only thing that bothers me is Stafford hasn't played well in 2 weeks offensively. You look at the people that they have. The Jets do have a defense if they have anything. I agree with you. Geno Smith isn't the greatest quarterback. And if they didn't have those injuries in the secondary and in middle linebacker with Tulloch, yes. The other bugaboo that I just can't escape or let go is the Lions aren't a good road team.
No, they're not, but this is a time that you can take advantage of it because the Jets aren't all that impressive. They got a good run defense, but in the back end of their secondary, they're not that impressive. I like the Lions' offensive weapons. I like Golden Tate, the tight ends, and Calvin way better than I like the Jets secondary. They can take advantage and put some points on the board.
So what score you got? I know the guys in the barbershop are curious because, you know, they've been ripping us because last week we both picked Green Bay.
I'm going to go 24-14 Lions. They're going to get them on the road. Okay. They can get this done this week.
And I'm going to go, brace yourself. I'm actually going to pick the Lions. I know.
Oh! Whoa! Whoa!
Picking the Lions 17-10 in New Jersey.
Stud.
All right? I know.
From you.
That was a no way, no how. You can't believe I picked the Lions. There you go. More Shop Talk is on the way. Stick and stay, Detroit. For the best sports coverage on the web, go to theshadowleague.com. Coverage with a cultural perspective. Check it out.
Do you or anyone you know have less than perfect credit? Has less than perfect credit prevented you from getting the auto or home loan you're looking for? If so, contact United Credit, a national leader in credit restoration and education. Having less than perfect credit can cost you thousands in additional interest and fees, and even higher auto insurance rates. With over 10 years experience, they have earned an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and have achieved results for thousands of satisfied clients. Let them help you restore your score and get the credit you deserve. Call them today at 877-274-7654.
If you need work done on your car, truck, or van, take them to the pros at Expert Car Care. They offer free inspections and guarantee the lowest prices in town. Expert Car Care has 2 locations, 7 Mile between Myers and Wyoming and 8 Mile between Mound and Van Dyke. For the best alterations in town, go to Sam's Alterations on Southfield Road in Lathrop Village, 248-552-9950. Sam also has a great selection of men's suits. Sam's the man.
Thomas McGee's is your downtown Detroit football headquarters. Located on Fisher Service Drive in Eastern Market, they have ESPN Game Plan showing all college games. Stop in before and after every Lions home game. And Thomas McGee has an NFL ticket. Come through and enjoy.
Now it's time for Preps Talk.
Welcome to Preps Talk. I'm Daniel Dumas. This week's player profile, defensive back, Jeremiah McCurtis of Wall Lake Western. Let's go check him out.
Health-wise, I'm healthy. I'm getting better every day. Physical therapy. This year I'm playing more fast. I'm not thinking as much. Last year was my first year playing for Wall Lake Western, and I'm playing pretty fast.
Well, he's done a nice job. Obviously, it's a setback, but he's done a very good job in the weight room and following the protocol by the doctors. And we managed to get to a few games, without him, but with him in, he's a lockdown corner for us. He's been offered by Northwood University, and I expect him to get more offers in the very near future.
No one has scored a touchdown on me since I've been here, but I'm every day I'm getting better, man. Shutdown corner, it's cool and all, but every day, got to keep working.
Several teams are already interested in Jeremiah McCurtis, and he's already got one offer down. Keep your eye out for Jeremiah McCurtis moving forward this season.
Now it's time for Trash Talking Twitter.
At J-Rup Music says, it's going to be a big game. With Green Bay and Chicago playing, we must stay ahead in the division. If we pressure Smith, we'll rout him.
If you want to trash anyone or anything in sports, hit us up on our Twitter. Time to change gears. Here's hip-hop news.
Hey, this is your Uncle Bill with the hip-hop news. The Los Angeles police are reportedly looking to ban Chris Brown from performing in nightclubs. An individual was stabbed following a Chris Brown performance earlier in the week, according to TMZ. Law enforcement officials say that the stabbing was related to Brown and his entourage during a fight following Brown's performance at Supper Club in Hollywood, California, an event billed as an after-party for Lil Wayne and Drake's tour stop in Los Angeles' Hollywood Bowl. LAPD officials say when Brown and his people show, we know what's going to happen. It's a headache for us. LAPD says Brown himself has not been an instigator of violence, but believe that the problems stem from him and his entourage. In other news, Forbes has released this year's Hip Hop Cash Kings list, which features Dr. Dre at the top. Dre earns the #1 spot with the pre-tax earnings of $620 million. Jay-Z and P. Diddy are tied for #2 on the list with $60 million. Drake lands in the #3 spot this year with $33 million in earnings. Macklemore and Ryan Lewis arrive at 4 with a combined $32 million, and Kanye West rounds out the top 4 with $30 million. And finally, Lauryn Hill has done it once again. Pissed off her loyal fans. Since she's been back on tour, all you hear about is negative reviews of her shows. Her latest performance took place in London Saturday night at the Brixton Academy. The Guardian reported that there were numerous complications that led to the show being a catastrophe and led to fans walking out and expressing their displeasure via social media. Complaints were about the warm-up DJ, the 90-minute wait time for Hill, the horrible sound system, and Lauryn Hill's decision to rearrange original songs from her only solo album. What? Concert goers booed and left early. Get it together, L Boogie. That's the news. This is Uncle Bill. I'm out.
It's Shop Talk's Cut of the Week.
All right, the cut of the week is a low Corvatis with a taper in the back with a nice fresh razor line.
Thomas McGee's is your downtown Detroit football headquarters. Located on Fisher Service Drive in Eastern Market, they have ESPN Game Plan showing all college games. Stop in before and after every Lions home game. And Thomas McGee has an NFL ticket. Come through and enjoy. You want flavor? Come to City Wings, 2896 West Grand Boulevard. Call ahead or order online, 313-871-2489, or go to citywingsinc.com.
For the best alterations in town, go to Sam's Alterations on Southfield Road in Lathrop Village, 248-552-9950. Sam also has a great selection of men's suits. Sam's the man.
Do you or anyone you know have less than perfect credit? Has less than perfect credit prevented you from getting the auto or home loan you're looking for? If so, contact United Credit, a national leader in credit restoration and education. Having less than perfect credit can cost you thousands in additional interest and fees, and even higher auto insurance rates. With over 10 years experience, they have earned an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and have achieved results for thousands of satisfied clients. Let them help you restore your score and get the credit you deserve. Call them today at 877-274-7654.
If you need work done on your car, truck, or van, take them to the pros at Expert Car Care. They offer free inspections and guarantee the lowest prices in town. Expert Car Care has 2 locations, 7 Mile between Myers and Wyoming and 8 Mile between Mound and Van Dyke. Here's the Instagram shop of the day.
Check out the Social Club Grooming Company, located at 5272 3rd Avenue in the Wayne State area. Give them a call at 313-832-4950.
If you want your shop featured, hit us up on our Instagram account, Shoptalk TV. Now it's time for the debate challenge. Today, Michigan opens the Big Ten season against Minnesota. All eyes will be on Brady Hoke to see who he names as quarterback for today's game at 3:30. Will it be Devin Gardner, the incumbent, or will it be the newcomer, Shane Morris? We welcome in EP. EP, who should be quarterbacking for Michigan today?
Rob, I'm going to tell you right now, Michigan needs to put in Shane Morris at quarterback for this week, Big Ten opener. Right now, they got Devin Gardner, who's been the starter. It's his last year. He's a fifth-year senior. The team looks like a mess, particularly the offense, and Gardner looks confused. He can't hold on to the ball. He's a turnover machine. And I think it's time to start the Shane Morris era in Michigan.
EP, if you do that, basically you're throwing in the towel on the season. How are you going to do that when you have a senior quarterback who has a new offensive coordinator who they're all trying to get acclimated? This thing could get better as you go on. You put in Morris, really, and you don't know what you're really going to get. You might have to go back to Devin Gardner.
Yeah, but look at what Gardner did last year. Even when he had a few good performances in Notre Dame, he almost choked the game away by himself because he can't hold on to the ball. He doesn't know how to read defenses, and he's got happy feet because the offensive line isn't as good as they normally are at Michigan. So they can't protect him. Even though he's athletic, you know, he runs around, but if you can't hold on to the ball, it doesn't matter. And then by losing the ball, turnovers puts pressure on your defense. So you have no chance.
There's no doubt about that. I'll give you that. He does lose the ball too much, but the offensive line, you know, last year was horrendous and caused a lot of pressure on Gardner. I just don't think if you're Michigan and you really need to make that next step and you're Brady Hoke trying to hold on to your job, you're going to put in a quarterback unproven at Michigan to start the Big Ten season, or would you play Devin Gardner, see what he can do against Minnesota, and then go from there? I'm not with it. I still want Devin Gardner. Thanks for chiming in, EP. Of course, you didn't win the debate, but we'll see what happens today at the game. Now it's time for a segment we call What You Sportin'.
What You Sportin' is sponsored by Bob's Classic Kicks on Woodward in Detroit.
This week we have reigning champ from last week. Of course, Mo, one of the A1 barbers here at Sporty Cuts. And of course, Bill, who's first chance at the Sneaker Challenge. All right, I'm going to go with you, Bill. What you sport?
These here, Rob, some Mizuno runners straight from off the boat from Japan where all the professional baseball players really play baseball. The best thing you'll see in maize and blue all year long. A winner in itself. I can put some more miles on them, though.
Sweet. All right, Mo, what you got this week?
Well, I got my Kobe 7s on right here. Snakeskin is ready to attack. That's why they call them Black Mamba, because these right here. You catch me in the court knees, I'm giving out work. That's all I know.
All right, put them both up. Let's see.
You giving out work or broken knees or whatever?
No. This is work all day with these right here.
I actually like both of them. This is a little different look, but it's hard to not go with the Kobe's there. Those are sweet. I got to go with the Kobe's. Put your foot there.
If you want to advertise on Shop Talk, call us at 586-431-0804.